One of the best questions that I received all week was getting at this. This was left in a review on Apple to show you that I'm checking them, right? But this is from FH Sharp, who asked, RJ, going forward, do you see players opting out of their third year if they are projected to be drafted highly? Sewell, Chase, Farley, and Parsons are all going to be drafted highly despite not playing in 2020. It's a really good question from a longtime listener and subscriber to the channel, and I appreciate your feelings. But I don't see that happening. The reason I don't see that happening to start is my buddy Jerry Ostrowski played 10 years in the NFL, a majority of those with the Buffalo Bills, would tell me over and over again, RJ, the best thing about playing football is playing football. We can talk about the NFL draft, we can talk about working out, but what you want to be doing is playing the game and playing the game that you love. The other reason that I don't think that this is going to be normal is because these decisions are not made lightly, man. They want to play football. As much as you think that these dudes want to get paid, I would point you to the 2020 season when I thought if there was ever a time for a college football player to say, I don't think I'm going to do it this year, it's in the middle of a pandemic, especially in a sport where nearly half of Power 5 players, and even more than that outside of the Power 5, are black. And COVID-19 was disproportionately affecting black folks. So much so that one of the things that kept Micah Parsons from playing for Penn State in 2020 was he's a father. And he was trying to care for his young son, putting himself in harm's way, perhaps bringing home a virus. That ain't the way you do that, man. That ain't the way that you try to dad. And knowing that I still don't risk my future by taking care of myself, yeah, I'm going to opt out. But I guarantee you Michael wanted to play football. And I guarantee you he would have wanted to try to put on the kind of season that would have had him mentioned as one of those linebackers up for the Heisman. Not unlike Zaven Collins at TU last year. I also think that it's wild to think about this because so many people believe, because the money's so big, that players are greedy. When all they really want is to be compensated, like their peers are compensated, to play the sport. Protecting your NFL future is one thing, but also we have data to show if you are good, if you are talented, and you blow out a knee, right? You dislocate a shoulder, one of those things that ends your season, we will still draft you. Take a look at my Dallas Cowboys, all right? We got a linebacker, had reconstructive surgery, out there doing it, right? Many of y'all know about Sean Lee and his injuries. Y'all know about Leighton Van Der Esch and his. Those dudes play professional football for the most marketable football team in America, period. And they've been injured. That's okay, right? If you got to sit out the season to take care of yourself, do that. But I refuse to believe that we're going to see this as a normal thing because I had Justin Fields showing up with a "We Want to Play" sticker and a petition with 300,000 people signing saying, yo, let me play football. And that dude had everything to lose. And still shows up to play. Nah, I don't think this is going to be normal. I think you're going to see it here and there for reasons that perhaps won't be made known for some time because people's privacy is people's privacy. But I also believe that most people are doing the best they can. And I hate that that's not where we're at. I believe that people are doing the best job and they are not trying to make mistakes. I don't believe that most people are trying to game a system. I think most people want to do good work. And the way that a football player does good work is by playing football.